What up, gang of language? Carolina Jackpot time, checking in. It is Sunday afternoon, and we're at Bilo in Greenville, South Kakalaki. This is sad times right now, man. Bilo is part of the Southeastern Grocers entity, which is Bilo, Winn-Dixie, Harvey's, and Fresco y Mas. If you happen to reside in the Sunshine State of Florida. If not, you have no fucking clue what Fresco y Mas is. Anyway, Southeastern Grocers has decided to retire the Bilo label. They decided to do that last June. And they sold approximately 70 locations here in our South Carolina, period, to Food Lion out of North Carolina. And sold a handful of them to independent grocer. This one, I'm fixing to go in right now, didn't get bought by anybody, so it's closing up. Now, there's a whole handful of stores in the upstate that have already been converted over to Food Lion. In fact, one next door to where I work at is slated to open up on Wednesday. They've also converted a few stores over to Lowe's Foods, which is another company out of North Carolina. But the ones that aren't getting purchased by anybody, they're just having a liquidation sale and they're going to shut the doors. And this one hasn't gotten purchased by anybody. This is on East North Street in Greenville, South Carolina. And we're going to head on in here and see what we can find. They're going through liquidation sale. All of the stores that turned over to Food Line, they went through a liquidation sale as well. Starting off with general merchandise and health and beauty, 40% off. And then like your groceries were 10% off. And then they kind of tear it down just a little bit. Only bad thing is the beer never went down real cheap. But I thought it was kind of strange that they liquidated everything in the ones that were going to become Food Lines because, a lot of that beer and that merchandise, I mean, they're going to carry that same shit. Even the national brands. I thought that they would probably just liquidate all of the store brand stuff. But as it were, they liquidated everything, empty the entire store out, and start from fresh with Food Line. But anyway, we're going to head into the East North Street Bilo real quick, see what their closing looks like, and see if we can find any good deals. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Of course, I'm still wearing my mask. COVID protocol. Is there a whole lot of point in it? I don't know. Are there a lot of people not wearing the mask anymore? Yeah, there are. Guess what? If I go to an establishment that says you got to wear a mask, I wear a fucking mask. You know why? Because I try to be respectful and courteous and follow rules. Yeah? Try not to be an asshole. Not work for you. Let's go into Bilo. All right, so there's a sign on the front door that got any buggies in this joint? Sign on the front door said their new hours are effective then. So, yep, April 18th. Okie dokie. So they got a while before they close up. So I don't know that we're going to see that many great deals today. All this general merchandise stuff, it starts out at 40% off because it usually takes the longest to move. And a lot of times people don't want to spend the money. But if you hit up the health and beauty and the general merchandise stuff, it's like if it's $10 to begin with, you get it at 40% off. That's a pretty good deal. There's some jokey toys. Uniforms? I don't know. I'm a hat guy, but I don't think I'm gonna get a lip licking fried chicken hat to commemorate my Bilo. And you know, as if y'all know me, I worked for Winn-Dixie for years and years before it went out of business in South Carolina. The Winn-Dixie that is in Florida right now is nothing like the Winn-Dixie produce 10% off. It's not the same Winn-Dixie I work for. And Bilo was our biggest competitor. In fact, in the late 90s, it was Bilo that kind of started taking our business from us. They came out with a card. They were the first ones to come out with a bonus card, they called it. It was a big deal then. But you know, something called Walmart kind of took all the business on the lower class and the middle class folks, and Publix kind of fit into the upper middle and the higher class folks. And those chains like Winn-Dixie and Bilo that were kind of stuck in the middle, didn't really have a niche, kind of got weeded out. But Bilo's always been kind of strong in this area, so I think that's why Food Line decided to buy them out. Now this store right here, this store is not really a good one. They had their chicken boxes for sale. I think just by talking to vendors and just from what I've seen foot traffic wise and things like that, I think this store's all been kind of low volume. But now years ago when I worked at Winn-Dixie, not really too far from here, this store right here was a hoss, son. I mean, it was pumping out like 400,000 a week. This was in like 97, 98-ish. Probably lucky if it was doing 200,000 now. And they sold a lot. They still got a lot of merchandise here. These groceries are only 15% off. And that's not a great deal on a lot of the stuff, especially when none of the stuff, they take your card price. Like right here, this is probably 2 for $5. There is no ad anymore when they start this. There is no, you can't use your card on anything to save nothing. So if you're 15% on groceries, you're really not saving a whole hell of a lot of anything. Probably, in fact, you might be paying more if you're not, buying the ad items. I'm not going to go up and down every one of these aisles. It all generally looks the same. Cleaned, I don't know. I know the stores that are converting over to Food Line, I know they cleaned all their shelves off. They may have bought the store. They're buying a lot more stores than what they had initially thought. My stepdaughter works at one in Simpsonville, and it was originally thought they were going to close it up totally. But they, I guess, made a bid and decided to go on ahead and buy that one, as well as one in Travelers Rest, South Carolina, which was surprising because those were supposed to close, and they didn't publicize that either. Now with me, you would have thought, I never worked with Bilo back in the day, never have. When I was a senior in high school, actually after I had graduated, I actually took and that was back in 93, actually took a job at Bilo near my house, making $8 an hour. That was back in 93. That was some dang good money then to process the truck. And now I work at Winn-Dixie. I only make $5 an hour, cleaning up the meat department and working with produce. I took it, I accepted the job, and then for whatever reason, I can't remember why, loyalty, I guess, part loyalty, part stupidity, part just naivete, I didn't take it. I just called the guy and told him, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, I guess. I was kind of mad. because he knew I was a good worker. He'd send me in there working at my Dixie. That's what it was. He just scouted me. That's right, Carolina Jackpot was once getting scouted. Now this is the kind of stuff that's right in my wheelhouse when it's 40% off these dog toys. Because my boy loves to chew on shit. And I like to find him stuff he can't tear up. These dog toys suck. I mean, it looks to me pretty much like they've been cleaned out. I'll grab that. 40% off that's not bad. This dog food right here is the kind I feed him to. Once a day he gets a can of this. And it's $2 and something, which is a little pricey. But it's worth it and it's good for him. It also gets dry, beneficial food. Right now it's only 15% off. Knock that off of there. Let's go and just make that a little bit under $2. So we shall pass on that for right now. When this stuff goes down to about 30, then you might be getting some deals. See, dog food is still fairly can't talk, fairly full. Yeah, 15% off that. Not great deals. What we got here? 40% off, 40. These right here, always a winner. New car scent. Too bad they don't have a new truck scent. But I like to have it like I got a new truck, even though it's not. Let's see what we got else here in the oil. Motor oil, fuel treatment. Don't need none of that. How much is that? Windshield wiper shit. And I'll pass on that windshield washer fluid. I don't really especially need it, even though it's 40% off. That's going to take up a lot of room in my truck. I don't mess with that. Rip dye your britches, light bulbs. I don't need them. Duke Power came out to our house and did a survey a couple of years ago, and they sent us like 36 light bulbs. They were little curly Q light bulbs. The energy conservation bulbs, what they're called. And idiots I used to work for at Ingalls called them pigtail lights. This is the executive now. The district manager and the president at Ingalls, they refer to those as pigtail lights. I tell you a little something about their intelligence level. Nah, maybe. And what we got right here? O-Cedar Duster, $369, 40% off. I'll take that. Can't beat that. I don't need a mop. Swiffer, pretty well blown out. I think this stuff's 15. Cleaned. That clean right there. Somebody needs to go back. That's got to be hard though. If this place is, yep, it is closing up for real. I know how it is. I ran a Winn-Dixie store. It was in 2005, I think. We closed. When we pulled out of South Carolina before I went to work for Ingalls. Went on liquidation. Nobody cared, dude. Nobody cared. Hard. I mean, people were getting jobs too, other places, so it was hard to even keep it really staffed, and you couldn't blame them. Place got in a pretty big mess before we ended up closing it up all the way. What you supposed to do? Frozen aisles, not bad. There's something Carolina Jackpot doesn't have. On some of the snackety snacks we have is sugar-free Cool Whip. But you know I'm a little dieting. So yeah. Yeah, I think I'll grab a pie too. You knew I wasn't gonna do that. Let's head on up to checkout. See what the damage is. Hopefully they got a self-checkout in this location, because I don't especially like dealing with people. And they don't, so I'm going to have to go to the regular check. But she seems pretty quick. Gotta look around your register too. Sometimes you'll see some deals up there. Unfortunately, I don't see any right now. Hello. I don't know what we got going on here. This machine is. I put my PIN number in. It's not registering. Then it's popping up.
It was I struggled before because I was on the other page and I was like, it's hard to furniture.
Thank you. Have a nice fucking day. Yeah. Anyway, all right. See what the damage was, huh? I saved. I don't know. Doesn't give you a grand total. My cashier's name today was Taylor. Taylor needs a fucking attitude adjustment. Just because your place is closing down, you no right to be shitty to me and not say thank you, bye, kiss my ass or nothing. But anyway, guys, that's Bilo, Greenville, South Kakalaki. Going downhill, it's closing. Probably needs to be closed, to be honest with you. Ain't too great in there. But, hey, it is what it is. I'll see y'all later. Appreciate it. Peace, and I'm out. Go Cox. Spurs up. Till my toes up, baby.